A top story today from the GatewayPundit.com. You guys suck so bad. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene goes nuclear, tosses paper, and shreds lying Democrat operatives during heated exchange over Social Security. We're covering this story and so much more here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. My name's Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. Our top story today comes from our very own Jim Hoff, who reports, "You guys suck so bad, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene goes nuclear." Listen to this report. Well, it turns out that firebrand Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene made headlines once again after delivering a fiery verbal takedown of Alex Lawson, executive director of the left-wing group Social Security Works. The heated confrontation took place outside a meeting where Greene was preparing to discuss recommendations for President-elect Donald Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. The confirmation, which Greene later described as an encounter with a Democrat PAC operative, showcased her refusal to bow to what she called a political ambush. Lawson attempted to pressure Greene into pledging to take Social Security and Medicare cuts off the table, a move she dismissed as a stunt designed to generate Democrat attack ads. This comes in the wake of President-elect Donald Trump's assertion in a recent Meet the Press interview, promising that his administration would enhance government efficiency without cutting federal entitlements like Social Security or Medicare. Lawson approached Greene with printed materials, claiming that they were directly tied to Donald Trump's promises to protect federal entitlements. Greene, however, was having none of it. Alex Lawson said, "Congresswoman, he's funded by a Democrat PAC, donates 100% to Democrats, is only here to make..." Alex Lawson said, "We're bipartisan." Now check out the whole interaction that we have directly between the two. We have the original video for you, and it is quite shocking to see this exchange, especially between two individuals who claim to be on the same side, but you can tell by their interaction that clearly this guy was caught. Watch.
Look, you are 100% funded by Democrats. You donate to Democrats. You're out here asking bullshit questions.
What is the bullshit question?
All of your questions.
This is a mailing. This is a mailing from. This is Donald
President Trump. We all campaign on protecting senior Social Security. You can't lie about it. See, yeah, this is your political agenda. You know what? We don't care.
That's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump's mailing.
No, you are one. You're not media.
That's Donald Trump's mailing.
No, this right here is for Democrat ads to attack Republicans.
So it's really simple.
No, that's what your
it's really
agenda
simple.
is. No, it's not simple.
Pledge
No, you're a
to
liar.
take Social Security and Medicare cuts off the
you
table?
You and this guy right here, look, you're lying.
What am I lying
you're
about?
lying because
I'm asking you to take a pledge.
I don't need to take a pledge because we've already done that all year long. And guess what? The sad story for you is the American people elected Trump, his agenda, and Republicans to lead the country because you guys suck so bad.
Well, and she's right. I mean, the Democrats literally cannot accept the fact that they lost, even after trying to rig the last election, simply because Americans put a mandate out that they wanted Trump as their president. Now, that being said, it's quite remarkable because people don't understand, why don't people get that people voted for Trump? Like over half the country, at least half of the voters, or more voters, I should say, than Kamala. They always get you on the technicality that, like, you know, it wasn't half America. It was just more voters than Kamala. Yeah, but he got the popular vote. So in my mind, that's actually sort of the exact same thing. Now, that being said, I want to remind you, we've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams are the easiest way to look younger. But now one doctor says that's old news. Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, claims that most wrinkle fixes are just glorified moisturizers, barely making a dent on your appearance, and some could even be harmful. Dr. Lake has shifted his focus to a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough. Now, some call it Photoshop for your face, but his clients have dubbed it the Age Rewinder method, taking years off your appearance in under 2 minutes. He's released a free step-by-step video to the public, which has now gone viral with over 2.3 million views. People are raving about looking decades younger, and one viewer said, "Best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works." Want to see for yourself? Well, go to bhmd1.com/pundit. That's the letter B, HMD, the number 1.com/PUNDIT, or click the link in the description below. Dr. Lake asks if this video helps you look and feel younger. Share it with your friends. Let's help us reclaim our youthful looks as quickly as possible at bhmd1.com/pundit. Guys, this is a great gift for Christmas, so make sure you get it for your friends and family. You're not going to want to miss it. That being said, a total dumpster fire. Conservatives are furious as GOP leadership strikes a deal on a massive spending bill. Randy DeSoto reports. History appears to be repeating itself this week as Congress has brokered an agreement on a massive year-end catch-all spending bill, something it has often done in recent years just before leaving Washington for Christmas break. The move has some conservatives fuming. Politico reported that congressional leaders have struck a bipartisan deal to push the government funding deadline to March 14th and deliver more than $100 billion in emergency aid for disaster relief, House Republican leaders told their conference Tuesday morning. Without action, the federal government faces a shutdown Friday at midnight, and the legislation could be released as early as Tuesday. House Speaker Mike Johnson has not promised a 72-hour review period before voting on it, according to two people who attended a closed-door GOP conference meeting of lawmakers, Politico said. Outgoing Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that the negotiations regarding the continuing resolution to fund the government are ongoing. Obviously, we're getting closer to the December 20th deadline, so time is of the essence for Republicans to reach an agreement with us that we can act on quickly, he said Tuesday morning, according to Politico. Schumer, according to Chad Peregrine, said by the end of the week, the Senate must also pass a temporary extension of government funding before December 20th, or else the government will shut down right before Christmas. Democrats have spent weeks working in good faith with our Republican counterparts on crafting something that will destroy America. Now, that is kind of what it is, though. That's not what it said, but it's true. Several conservatives have expressed frustration with the process. It's a total dumpster fire. I think it's garbage, GOP Eric Burleson of Missouri, who is a member of the Conservative Freedom Caucus, said. Sadly, this is happening again. I think that it is shameful that the people celebrate Doge, Department of Government Efficiency coming in, and that we're going to vote for another billions of dollars to be added to our deficit. It's ironic, the lawmaker, who probably meant to say trillions of dollars, given the legislation would fund the entire government until March 14th. That's according to C-SPAN. Now, watch this video and check it out for yourself. Listen.
So what are your thoughts on this here? Have you seen the text at all?
It's a total dumpster fire. I think it's garbage. This is what Washington, D.C. has done. This is why I ran for Congress, to try to stop this. And sadly, this is happening again. I think that it's shameful that people that celebrate Doge coming in, and yet we're going to vote for another $1 billion to be added to the deficit. And so it's ironic.
What does this mean for Speaker Johnson's future?
Personally, I'm disappointed. I think that he can do better. He can communicate better. The fact that we haven't seen the language today and we're supposed to vote on it this week is unacceptable.
Yeah, and it is unacceptable. And it's remarkable that they continue to vote on these things, knowing that the American people have given a mandate to Donald Trump and Elon Musk with Vivek Ramaswamy and saying, enough is enough. It is time that we overturn the tide of this wasteful spending and we do something for our people, something that we can rely on, something that we know, may perhaps bring us out of the debt that we're getting ourselves into every single day. But instead, they go behind our backs and they pass this bill, which ends up causing more spending, more disruption to our budget, and we're left high and dry. Now, that being said, breaking House Ethics Committee secretly votes to release damaging lawfare report of Matt Gaetz before end of Congress. Gaetz responds. Christina Lila reports that the House Ethics panel secretly voted to release a damaging lawfare report of Matt Gaetz before the end of this Congress, according to CNN. The panel previously voted not to release the report after Gaetz resigned from Congress last month. Earlier this month, the House of Representatives voted to block resolutions by Democrats to force the House Ethics Committees from releasing the report on Gaetz. The House Ethics Committee secretly voted earlier this month to release its report into the conduct of former Representative Matt Gaetz before the end of this Congress, according to multiple sources with knowledge of the matter. The report is now expected to be made public after the House's final day of votes this year, as lawmakers leave Washington for the holidays, those sources said. The vote, which has not previously been reported, amounts to a stark reversal for the panel after it had voted along party lines in late November not to release the results of the investigation. The decision to release the report suggests that some Republicans ultimately decided to side with the Democrats on the matter. It's unclear if the committee will once again change course now that it has voted. When the committee voted last month to shelve the report, Gaetz was President-elect Donald Trump's choice to be Attorney General, and since then Gaetz withdrew himself from consideration for the Senate-confirmed post, though he maintains frosty relations with many in the party and is still active in GOP politics. The House Ethics Committee was going to release a damaging report on Matt Gaetz last month, but because he resigned from Congress, the committee lost jurisdiction. Now, ever since then, the Democrats have been working to release the report amidst damaging leaks. Now, Representative Susan Wild, the top Democrat on the House Ethics Committee, was outed as the leaker of the Matt Gaetz report. Now, the deep state has been selectively leaking parts of the report to the media, and the hacker also obtained a trove of documents from the damaging report. Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress last month after President Trump announced his nomination for U.S. Attorney General. The House Ethics Committee's years-long investigation to Matt Gaetz over allegations of sexual misconduct ended after the lawmaker resigned from Congress. The Gateway Pundit reported on the Ethics Committee's revival of the junk allegations against Gaetz, even after the Biden DOJ exonerated Gaetz of criminal wrongdoing and dropped the charges in February of 2023. The investigation was reopened in 2023 as Gaetz ramped up challenges to former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, who was later ousted by Gaetz' motion to vacate the chair. Later, when Gaetz threatened to bring a motion to vacate against McCarthy in October of 2023, McCarthy's Rhino allies began threatening to expel Gaetz based on the committee's investigation. Now, Matt Gaetz withdrew his nomination for U.S. Attorney General and hinted that he would be helping Trump from a different perch. Matt Gaetz responded to the ethics panel decision to release the report. Full Gaetz statement below saying that the Biden-Garland DOJ spent years reviewing allegations that I committed various crimes. I was charged with nothing, fully exonerated, not even campaign finance violations, and the people investigating me hated me. Then the very witness DOJ deemed not credible were assembled by House Ethics to repeat their claims, absent of any cross-examination or challenge from me or my attorneys. I've had no chance to ever confront my accusers. I've never been charged. I've never been sued. Instead, House Ethics will reportedly post a report online that I have no opportunity to debate or rebut as a former member of the body. In my single days, I often sent funds to women I dated, even some I never dated, but who asked. I dated several of these women for years. I never had sexual contact with someone under 18, and he claimed that I would have destroyed in court, which is why no such claim has ever been made in court. My 30s were an era of working very hard and playing hard too. It's embarrassing, though, not criminal, that I probably partied, womanized, drank, and smoked more than I should have early in life. I live a different life now. But at least I didn't vote for CRs that fuck over their country. Well, it's interesting. Kind of like this guy. Anyway, that's what that report says. Now, whether or not you think that he's innocent or not, I'd like you to know. You know, I was there and I saw everything, as I always say, and he's innocent. Matt Gaetz is innocent. I was actually with him this last weekend in New York, which was interesting because he's somewhat of a celebrity still. People were like wanting to take pictures with him, hang out with him. I was one of those people. No, but I'm just saying he was like, you know, quite popular at the VIP. Like he's, you know, like congressmen. Everyone wanted to talk to him. So he's clearly not out of the political game. I can tell you that 100%. He's got a lot more life to live and a lot more power in him. So we wish him the best and we hope that he bounces back. Now, that being said, before we dive in, we've teamed up with Gundry MD to uncover a pantry staple that's more than just a cooking ingredient. It's called olive oil, and it's one of the healthiest foods on earth. Now, Dr. Stephen Gundry, a leading cardiothoracic surgeon and nutrition guru, advocates for olive oil not just for your kitchen, but for your beauty and health regimen too. He suggests using high-quality olive oil daily, whether you're taking a shot or keeping it in your medicine cabinet. But here's the twist. Not all olive oils are equal. With so many brands out there, how do you know which one truly benefits your health? Dr. Gundry has researched this extensively, and his findings have gone viral. He's here to guide you through the maze of olive oil choices. Watch his eye-opening video now at getolive1.com/pundit or find the link in our description. That's GETOLIVE, the number 1.com/PUNDIT. See how the right olive oil can transform your health and beauty routine. Don't miss out on this life-changing information below at getolive1.com/pundit. Guys, you're not going to want to miss out. Get the right olive oil today and change your health forever. Now, that being said, it's quite interesting. A report, Trump wants to fire federal employees who refuse to return working in offices. Mike LaChance reports. It turns out that during COVID, government employees across the country were able to begin working from home, and now years later, they don't want to give that up. Trump wants to put an end to this. He expects people to actually show up to their offices to do their jobs. Can you imagine that? Trump is serious about this too and wants to fire employees who won't return to working in person. He is absolutely should, as these people don't need to show up for work. What are taxpayers paying them for? Trump wants to fire federal workers who don't return to office, calls telework deal ridiculous. President-elect Donald Trump on Monday vowed to fire federal employees who don't come back into the office, threatening to file a lawsuit challenging a Biden administration labor contract that cemented remote work benefits for thousands of government workers. If people don't come back to work, come back into the office, they're going to be dismissed, Mr. Trump said at a press conference at his Mar-a-Lago residence in Palm Beach. And somebody in the Biden administration even gave a 5-year waiver of that so that for 5 years, people don't have to come back in the office, he said. It's ridiculous. It's like a gift to the union. Mr. Trump was referring to a remote work provision, including a contract negotiation between the Social Security Administration and 42,000 workers represented by the American Federation of Government Employees. The contract locked in workers' freedom to be in the office for as little as 2 days a week, depending on the job. I think that's ridiculous, and I'm sure you probably do too. The fact that they don't have to go to work, but we do, should make you outraged. That being said, just kind of a small reference here. Liz Cheney lashed out at Representative Loudermilk for referring her for criminal investigation for witness tampering. You can read more of that story there at thegatewaypundit.com. We have updates every single day. Don't forget, if you like this video, to drop a comment down below and watch new episodes of the Weekend Review every day. There will be a break next week for Christmas, but after that, we'll be back very quickly. Have a great rest of the week, as always. May God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.